Hey, we're here at the Bertelsmann Foundation in Washington, D.C., and we're asking folks in our office and around town for their thoughts on the U.S., Europe, and the transatlantic relationship. And our next question is, what do you think is the biggest misconception Europeans have about Americans?
A common misconception that Europeans have about Americans is that we're poorly dressed, I would assume. I think that they are a little bit of fashion snobs.
That Americans are very ignorant, that we don't know anything about the world.
Some Europeans may perceive the U.S. as being monolithic in its appreciation for guns, perhaps God, and fast food as well.
I think one of the biggest things is that we just eat cheeseburgers all day long, which, might not be a misconception.
Some things that some people would consider misunderstandings, I don't know if I would kind of agree with some Europeans about some things that they think about Americans.
I hope that there's some more diversity in our diets than that.
It's quite diverse and has different people that are passionate about different things.
Common misconception. That we're all rubes, or even the folks from the countryside aren't sophisticated.
A misconception is that Americans are loud, and Americans are sort of like, kind of loud and aren't as cultured as Europeans. And I think that's not true, because I think America is so big that there's so many different kinds of people here.
And I would invite them to come see our great High Plains states and get to know the sophisticated folks there.
They sometimes think we are worse than we are, and most of the time think that we're better than we are.
I'm sure in a lot of different countries it's kind of like a certain attitude towards Americans, but it's based on like a larger scale media perception of us, and we're not all like that.
We have this reputation of being the ugly Americans, that we're loud, we're boisterous, we're all about ourselves. I think there was a time where that was true, but I think Americans are changing. I think they're more global in orientation. They're more culturally aware of other people, other societies. I think the image of the ugly American maybe is no longer relevant.
So if you're in Europe and you're seeing this, I'm an American and I'm cool. So we're not all like that.